A friend said in response to my relentless, ceaseless challenge that in fact America, the United States, has no real democracy to lose. She said that fascism is always one election away, always there, everywhere, hid beneath the national id. Now, all this, though I most powerfully and potently believe it today, I hold it not honesty to have it thus set down, because I am not sure about forever and always and everywhere. The fascinating evidence of hunter-gatherer egalitarianism is strong. The Wendat Huron hilarious reaction to Jesuit descriptions of European monarchy is strong. The YouTube program I was watching, archaeology program, very good, on the various Tepes city-states they found in Anatolia in Turkey. The chap states on the program that this is the first civilization, first evidence of civilization. Well, he's only off by about 50,000 years. We had civilization before cities. It's not citilization, it's civilization, having to do with civilians. And the traditions and the mores and the values that we developed during those 50,000 years should be thought of as possible birthright instead of the wretched competitiveness we have today. Now, the potential might be forever, but mostly in cultures that do not allow adulthood or real realization of the self. The US, in this case, is exacerbated to the point of idiocy. It is, in a sense, what Gaza is about: children clutching the plastic toy of ancestral homeland and exclusive victimhood in lieu of an actual self. My own theory is that the one male god fairy tale keeps us in early adolescence, which is a shame to me, as I'm very fond of adolescence. I value my own childness and reserve the right to dig into its deep trove of resource and treasure any time I like. Maybe it's why I'm fond of Americans, pretty children with, however, zero maturity except for rare individuals. They all have the potential. It's all about potential. We are all created equal in potential. But it is culturally proscribed adulthood. I have been stunned in the last year or so to see this retardedness alive and well in Europe. There's a great line in A Man in Despair, a play that I'm working on. Quote, "But if that moderating symbol, the cross, should ever lose its power, the senseless and berserk rage of which the Nordic poets write will break loose again. Then the old stone gods will rise up out of the ruins and rub the dust of 1,000 years out of their eyes, and Thor will leap forth and, raising his mighty hammer, smash into nothingness the Gothic cathedrals." End quote. This is by a man resisting the Nazis, and I'm sure, like most of us, imagining we Westerners were civilized by Jesus, much against our natural inclinings to brutality and arrogance. It's a very good story, except the Nordic poets were all Christian. Oops, telling stories to appease their own bloodthirsty deity. What I have hated about America, a place I intensely love since I was an adolescent — it's not actually America, it's how America projects itself as an adolescent — is exactly what Joe Biden and the Democrats now claim they believe. Not their fault, I was confused. If they really are anti-Trumpism, they'll have to grow a pair and create some separation. Right now there is none, but they're bitch slapping. It is not an exceptional place. It is what it is. Grow up. Why am I a communist? You didn't expect that, did you? Because I am already individuated, which capitalists never realize in themselves. That I am a communist by nature makes me not a communist. I need no coercion or terrorizing, no labor camps. The Western world has convinced itself that freedom is the materialist achievement of individuality. I own, therefore I am. It's pathetic. Again, it's cute and juvenile, as petulant and pissy as Abercrombie and Fitch, that monumentalizer of effeminate boys and boy girls. Lovely, sincerely, but most of us live past 40. This mistaking of status and material wealth for achievement of any stripe will sell a ton of Audis. But if leaders you must have, this is not the way to make them. Joe Biden really isn't old. He isn't. He is trusted because at last his rather limited self must have accumulated some sagacity, we think, some transcendence. I bought that in 2020. I don't after October the 7th. There were inklings before, but that was the full face slap. The day he said America has the back of apartheidism, of white supremacy, of any kind, Western supremacy, was the end. Pitiful.